Hi, dear students. Uh, Today we will show you how to conduct this batch distillation of binary mixtures using bubble cap distillation unit. With me, Mr. Rajesh. He will demonstrate you. Initially, I will explain you how to conduct this experiment. First, let me explain what is distillation. As you know, in chemical process industry, there are a lot of multi-phase separation process are continuing, such as distillation, extraction, leaching, absorption, etc. So today, in this unit, in this bubble cap distillation unit, I will show you how to conduct distillation process. Distillation, probably you already know, you have gone through this separation process. What is the principle of distillation? Actually, principle of distillation, that is applying heat and separate the components. For example, we have binary mixtures, meaning that two compounds are there. In here, we have two compounds. One is ethanol and water in mixing conditions. We want to separate. So as I told, that distillation unit actually based on using heat. So when you apply heat, so if there is a two compounds mixture, so one compound will initially boil based on the boiling point temperature. Which compounds is lower boiling point temperature, that one will be boiled first. For example, here we distillate ethanol and water. Ethanol, as you know, that ethanol boiling point temperature around 78.4 degrees centigrade. Water boiling point, 100 degrees centigrade. So here we will apply heat. So around, let's say around, above it should be more than 78 degrees centigrade, but less than 100 degrees centigrade. Because if you apply heat more than 100 degrees centigrade, then both compounds will be distilled out. So here temperature will get around, let's say, we will fix by using this controller. We can actually increase the temperature and decrease the temperature of the reboiler. I will show you how to. This is the controller temperature. We can increase, decrease. So here I put it for the time being. That is 90 degrees centigrade. Currently, the temperature it shows 85.8 degrees centigrade, meaning that ethanol already supposed to be start to boil. You can see here that ethanol already started to boil, because as I told that ethanol boiling point temperature is 78 degrees centigrade. Since it is 85 degrees centigrade, ethanol, you see already the bubble. It means on the here, this is the reboiler, whereas the temperature I set 90 degrees centigrade. Here actually water and ethanol mixing condition. So now it is boiled it out, so ethanol is boiled. Water is still there, because water will boil around only 100 degrees centigrade. So water will be kept, ethanol will be goes up. So let me again explain about this controller. This is actually, this unit as a whole, it is calling LS32205 bubble cap distillation unit. This is actually the code number of that company. Actually the unit is calling bubble cap distillation unit. In the process, distillation can be a sieve tray or plate type tray or bubble cap. Here is bubble cap. I will show you how it looks bubble cap. So these are the temperature indicator of P1. I will show you the point also. This actually in your logbook. You have to note it down, the temperature. This is the temperature, you will note it from here, from each point. This is the reflux ratio. You can control it. Reflex. Let me explain again what is reflex also. Reflex actually when you boil it, mixture. So from the top of the tower, you will get the product. But initially, you will not get 100% pure product. So some percentage you have to return back as a condensate to the controller. So by this, so reflux ratio, that is R equal to D over W. D, that is the distillate, W, that is the raffinate one. So that is the ratio. So for example, 95% we put it here, meaning that 95% product we take, 5% will return back. You can reduce there. Actually, you have to reduce also in your experiment. For example, initial set 94, actually it should be between liquid and 95. Then in that 95, you have to take the sample of the product, and bottom of the, you have to take the sample from there and note it down all the temperatures. Another thing, the condenser, because we are applying heat on the reboiler, so the top product still there is a heat, so it will be as a vapor. We have to condensate vapor to liquid. So to convert vapor to liquid, you have to pull it down. So that is a water circulation is there. I will show you the water circulation line also. This is actually the water flow rate. It shows currently 3.3 liter per minute. This is the water flow rate of the condenser. This is the reboiler temperature, this is the reflux ratio, and this is the temperature of each tray. Now let me go through here. So as I told that distillation, actually in this unit now we are conducting batch distillation. Distillation can be batch distillation, can be a continuous distillation. Normally in the process, chemical industry, continuous distillation process is continuing. Here also we can do continuous, but since if continuous, then we have to run this one. But since today we will do only the batch distillation, so that unit we just stop, and actually we will show you how to conduct batch distillation of binary mixtures. Binary mixtures means there are two compounds there, as I told, ethanol and water. So this is the reboiler. Actually inside there is a coil. So I already showed you the temperature we can control. You can increase, decrease based on your compounds. For example, instead of ethanol, if you put another methanol or propanol, etc., you have to know the boiling point temperature, and you have to set the temperature a bit above than boiling point temperature. But remember that if water, definitely should be in between 100 degree, less than 100 degree. Otherwise, if you put 100 degree temperature, then water and the mixture both will be evaporated. So, since here is a binary mixtures, I want to separate ethanol and water separately. Here in mixed condition. So now temperature already more than 78 degrees centigrade. So it start to evaporate. Vapor. This vapor actually the ethanol. So it goes through these trays. These are the tray. Inside the tray, please come here to show the bubble. These are the tray actually. Here actually 10 number of trays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 numbers of tray. Each tray on the top there is a bubble cap. The design is like that, bubble cap type. So that is why it is called bubble cap. So vapor goes through each, and this is actually the temperature, shows whatever in the controller in each tray temperature. So water vapor of ethanol goes it, then it goes to this is the top of the tower. In the industry also is like that. Then top product goes to the condenser. Here actually through that condenser, this is the water line is circulating, because this is the vapor, temperature around 80, more than 80 degree. So we have to make it in liquid form. So water it is through the water it is condensing. Then vapor turn it to liquid. This liquid actually this is the ethanol. But some percentage water is there. That is why I have to some percentage we are taking as a, this is actually pure ethanol product, and some percentage, as I showed, that in the reflux ratio you will change. So 95% meaning that 95% you are coming down, 5% it goes back down to the tower again. This is actually the reflux divider, reflux, and this is the valve, which one we can control, the 95%, 80, 70, up to you. Which purity, depends on your purity of the product. So the product will goes to here. So this is actually the, as I told, that is the mixing condition, water and ethanol here. Here we are getting only the ethanol. So now, as our objective to conduct this experiment, to know the reflux ratio, constant reflux ratio, what the product composition. Product composition will the product, and we'll see the bottom also. So that is why you can take sample from here as per for example, currently reflux ratio is 95 degrees centigrade. So you have to approximately, for settling down the equipment, each reflux ratio when you change, every time you have to wait, at least you have to allow around 10 minutes for stabilization. So now you can take already the sample, because already 10 minutes passed. You take sample from here, 10 ml. After taking the sample, you will take sample from here by using this 10 ml. 10 ml. From here, that is the DV point, is calling point DV3, and also point DV1. You will take using another one. You take sample 10 ml. Each for each reflux ratio. For example, now 95%. So 95% you take sample. After that, you use, this is the refractometer. So actually, what is refractometer? Refractometer using to know the refractive index. Actually, what is refractive index? I think you already know. That is actually the ratio of the light velocity in a vacuum over the light velocity of the light in water, in oil. So meaning that refractive index we are using to know the petroleum fraction composition. That is why you have to use the refractive index. This is the refractometer. So you have taken two samples for each refractive reflux ratio. Take sample 10 ml. Then from there, just couple 2-3 drop here. You put here. From top product, you get the reading. So normally 4 decimal. After that 4 decimal you take. Mr. Rajesh will show you later on. So after that, again for bottom product also you have to check the refractive index. You note it down. Then again, for example, now we have taken sample. Now let's say for example 70 degree, 70%. Meaning that 70% reflux ratio, meaning that as I showed here, now we set 70%. Now from this valve, from here, 70% product will come here and 30% will goes here. Allow 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, again you take 10 ml sample here, and each time you take the refractive index. That is the thing. There is a table for each, like this you will continue around 6 to 7 times for, you change around 6 times, let's say 6 times reflux ratio. Each time you have to get the refractive index. As I told, that refractive index, to know the petroleum fraction, here is ethanol. We have to know the top product is ethanol, bottom product is water. So top product ethanol, we have to check the refractive index to know the molar percentage. So this is the experiment. Simultaneously, you have to do another experiment to calibrate the data, pure ethanol and pure water, calibrate data. So this is the, Mr. Rajesh already said for us, this is the ethanol and this is the water. From here, because we want to calibrate now, pure water and pure ethanol, the refractive index versus the molar percentage. For example, you put initially 10 ml 10 yeah, 10 ml of yeah. Ten ml. Yes, 10 ml. Then I think one because we will put the water also, so one stirrer rod. Okay. Okay. And 10 ml of water also. So now here actually now we are doing this one for to calibrate the to calibrate the data, the refractive index versus the molar percentage of pure component. So for example, now for each case 10 ml of ethanol is here, 10 ml of water. Each also you have to take the reading of refractive index. You have to take from here some 2-3 drop is here. Maybe you can show one how to show the how to get the refractive index data.
Start.
Yeah, you show the result to the student.
Nampak ke? 1.356
So 4 decibel, right? You have to 0. What is the result?
1.
0.
1.0 1.3 1.35.
Okay. So this is for ethanol, pure ethanol. Now also for pure water also you can check. Just you have to, I think, tissue, huh? Yeah. Each time you have to clean the refractive index, these things. Then actually to draw the calibration curve, refractive index versus molar percentage. Then 10 ml, for example, 10 ml will be fixed ethanol. Then you add water, 10 ml. Again, you check the refraction. Now we check the pure water refractive index. Now pure water refractive index, we are checking. Two, 3 drop is enough. Yes.
1.329.
Okay. So this is the actually the refracts index refract by. Okay. So this is just for demonstration only. Okay. After that, now 10 ml of ethanol will be fixed. We add here 10 ml of water is here. Then again we have to take sample from here and check the refractive index. Just mixing it. Okay. Now again you have to note it down the results also. Okay. So same like that, simultaneously you have to take another 10 ml of water and again you put it here. Until 10 ml of ethanol is fixed. So until 10 times you have to add 10 ml like that, and each time you have to get the refractive index ratio. Vice versa also for water 10 ml will be fixed, and each time you have to add 10 ml of ethanol and get the results of refractive index. 10 ml, after that again you add 10 ml like that until 10 times. 10 times you have to, and each time you have to, then with this you have to plot the refractive index versus molar percentage. Molar percentage how to calculate? You have to calculate the mole number of mole, you know formula m over v, n, n number of mole equal to mass over molecular weight. Now you know the molecular weight of ethanol, and you already know the molecular weight of water. For example, molecular weight of water, that is 18 gram per centimeter cube. A molecular weight of ethanol, that is 46 C2H5OH, 46 gram per centimeter cube. And you already know the volume, 10 ml, 10 ml, like that. So N you calculate, N for ethanol, N for water separately. Then, so when you calculate N for ethanol and methanol and water, then total, if you want to calculate the, so N equal to M over molecular weight. M, you know that is the density. M here you don't know. So, but you know the M equal to V rho. V, that is the volume. Rho, that is the density. Density of water, you know. Density of water, that is 1 gram per centimeter cube. And density of ethanol, you can check the reference. Density of ethanol, that is 0.789 gram per centimeter cube. So you calculate the molar, number of mole. Then accordingly you have to calculate the molar percentage. So you calculate, you will get the, let me show the how you will get the, this is the curve, this is the curve, that is the curve ethanol refractive index versus molar percentage of ethanol. So you get this type of curve. And for water also you have to plot this curve using this data just now, whatever you have. Refractive index, you get the refractive index, and mole you have to calculate. So this calibration data you will use now again. For example, you will take the different. For example, now again after plotting this graph. Now, as I told initially, for each refractive index, you have to take sample from here. So 10 ml. Let me already you can take. See the here already you show the how these things, the vapor is going up and it goes to this condenser. See that it is condensed, and product, this is the reflux divider. Here we are doing the percentage, reflux percentage. This is coming the stop product. I am taking, Rajesh, you take the sample of product. Just show the student. Yeah. $10 ml also you will take. Okay. Simultaneously, you can take one sample from the bottom product also. Bottom. Okay. After taking the sample, again you have to use the refractive index, refractometer. See, now we are going to, please show this table. Now we are going to construct this table. This is refractive index for top product, and this is the refractive index for bottom product. Now Mr. Rajesh is showing, this is the top, right? Rajesh? Top. We have taken sample 10 meter of that reflex ratio. Now we take the sample, you check the refractive index, you take same procedure. And get the refractive index value. Okay, like that. Okay, that's all. That's all. Okay. Same thing for bottom product also, like that. For example, this value you will take, you will note it here for each reflex ratio. So you get the reflex index. Now, as I told that you already have the this calibration curve. For example, this is the refractive index, this is the molar percentage. Now, for top product, you got the, for example, 1.3511. So now by using this calibration curve, you take that refractive index. By using the calibration curve, you got the mole percentage. So mole percentage value, you will put it here. That's all. For the bottom product also the same way as Mr. Rajesh is showing. You get the value.
1.33.
So 1.33.
Yeah.
So after 1.33, you put this value is here, and you have already construct, as I shown earlier, the calibration curve of water. The refractive index you got just now for the bottom product, and by using curve you get the mole percentage. So by using this, you put it here. So molar composition, you can get this value. That is so. For if refracts ratio, you will continue as I told that 6 times. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times you change here the reflected ratio. You changes here accordingly. You get the product. You have to allow 10 minutes as I told earlier, and each time you have to get the bottom and top product 10 ml and get the refractive index. So this is actually this is actually the temperature reading we have to do, because you might definitely you already know how to calculate the tray efficiency. Tray efficiency you can calculate using the McCabe-Thiele graphical method. By using the that I think separation process you have gone through, how to construct the McCabe-Thiele method. So by using that, you have to calculate the tray efficiency. Tray, as I told that in this discussion unit, there is each tray efficiency we have to calculate using the graphical method. So as a conclusion, as I told that here actually you have to know that how to perform the distillation process of binary mixture. This is batch process we will do. So we get the composition and we have to calculate the product composition using the refractive index. Refractive index, as you know, that are uses for to know the Petrino fraction composition. So that is the thing. So I will. So that's the thing. So I think that, so don't forget that after the completion of this, that you have to switch off these things and turn off water. Before starting the experiment, make sure that condenser water is flowing. That is very important. Water, and you have to check the water flow indicator also. Water, because otherwise we cannot get the condense of the vapor. So that's all for this experiment. Thank you, dear students. So Rajesh, please. So that's the thing we want to share with you. Maybe if possible in future we can show it to you face to face also. That's all Rajesh is going to say. Bye. Okay, goodbye. Bye.